Okay, so that's what the verse is. Okay. Dro. What's that? Dro. It's me. Dad? Is that you? Oh. Kind of in the middle of a video, apparently. God. I was reading your book, man. I like the authors. Joe, stop kissing up to me. Seriously. No. You saw my new movie, God's Not Dead, and not the other one. You should be one of them. Oh. I was about you, man. I'm sniffing that flirt. Yeah, I've never talked to you before like this. Usually, I can't hear you as much. So, wow, this is different. I'll get right on that. God. Okay. Bye. Bye, God. With that intro, put this away from it. God's not dead. Okay. I can get behind it. It has the band who sang the song. It's built around a really interesting story that apparently has happened based on all the stuff around a lot of schools. In the end, they show all these lawsuits, or not lawsuits, all the times faith has been challenged and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's really cool. I enjoy this movie. I'm a church-going person. Shaq, hi, Jen. I'm a goodbye. Giant lollipop proves it. Yeah. Bye-bye, giant lollipop. I'll use you later or eat you later. Whatever I do. Do it with a lollipop. 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 Let's see. God's Not Dead. It was a really interesting movie. What? Get your mouse. No, God's Not Dead is a really interesting movie, though. I mean, it has some points that are kind of like, I don't believe that would happen. The teacher wouldn't say, I don't want to have us having discussions about it, so I'm just going to have you all sign this paper for no reason, even though I could just say, let's try and ignore this, just base it off of the lessons. You know, he's like, well, you challenged me, let's spend several weeks trying to discuss this, even though that's exactly the opposite of what I wanted. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Yeah. This sounds hard to defend. Okay, so I do believe in God. I believe in all this stuff. And when most of this movie, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting into this. They have some really fun cameos, like from Willie Robinson, I think, from Duck Dynasty. So if you're into that, I would say you might want to see this also. Just say, hey, that's cool. You know, there's a selling point. I'm sorry. But it's good. I'm tired of all the bad reviews. tired of it. And most of these are just from people complaining about the characters on. I admit, this is really overdone. As Hercules, I know he has a name, but still, I like to say Hercules. That's who the actors played before. It's kind of funny. Hercules challenging the existence of God. Okay. So, let's start. Joss Whedon, yeah. Apparently he got out of writing the Avengers and all this to go to college. Longer than I thought. Weird. He's going to the class and he starts having his faith challenged by his teachers saying we're not going to talk about God, he's dead. And he's saying he never existed. So he's like, I'm not going to write this, I'm not going to say it. And I'm like, cool, man. Good job. We don't see that many people nowadays. So they go through all this stuff, and at one point he even loses a girlfriend, but it's more of she's in for all this for her. She doesn't care about him, and she really shows that. Good job, movie. This is really nice. Criticisms. Okay, so it ends with all these. It has these endings. It's just like. Okay, not that exactly. There will be some people saying sure. Some people would say no. I'm just kind of like, yeah, maybe. You know, in the end, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then they have a concert where I'm like, okay, that's cheesy. It's cool to doing that though, but it's cheesy. Where they have this concert and I really liked it. I like how they had all these different characters, and each one somehow related to another person. This person had her faith challenged. She was dating a teacher. Her sister, or her friend, is dying of cancer. She just got broken up with by this jerk, who's related to this woman, who's related to that woman. But each way, they're in some way related, and it has a few subplots. I'm like, okay, that's kind of unnecessary, but I'm really like, oh, that's sad. I didn't cry a bit. I don't usually cry. Movies. I was like, wow, this is. I think it had some really good stuff. You'll probably like it if you're Christian. If you're not, you might enjoy it. Don't hold me that, you might. Okay? It had some parts where I'm like, that's not gonna happen, that's not right. And okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, and what I liked is that the audience really got into the movie because they're all there for the same reason. And when someone says something, you're like, what? You hear them saying, what? Huh? This isn't about the movie, it's just the audience is great. And you hear, huh? When everyone's wondering, when someone stands up for someone, yeah, good job. I'm like, okay, getting into this more. I suggest you see it. It's a fun family movie. Easter just passed. I probably should have set this out on Easter. I do what I want. America. That's right, I also did Captain America a little late. Sorry. So anyway. I liked the movie this time. It had some parts where I'm like, and then, come on, you could have done that better. First off, change the character name. You didn't really need to have Joss Whedon. It's a pretty obvious name that most people know. Do a different one. Duh. But overall, it's a fun movie. I suggest you guys see it. Easter just happened, so you probably should do something. Time to go to the awesome rating scale of epicness. Patent pending. You cannot steal that idea. Turn sick Liam Neeson on you. Because I don't want to do that. Huh. This is a tough one. And the acting was good. I really enjoyed that. It's questionable. It's some people. There's a lot of people saying yes. A lot of people saying no. I would say I would own this on sale. It's really good, but I just don't feel like maybe if someone else got it for a birthday or something. Fantastic. Go ahead. I'm open to it. You know? But I just don't feel like I would buy it myself. Maybe it's really on the edge of going to own it, but still. I suggest you all see it. So, yo, it's Joe, signing off. That's interesting. That's cool.